It's your girl Brianda, and welcome back to another episode of the Black Undergrad Perspective podcast. Today we're going to have an episode similar to the all boys episode we had. Today we have with me.
I'm Angie Ukiagu, and my major is sociology and criminal justice, and I'm a freshman.
I'm Nadia Johnson. My major is psych, minor in biology, and I'm a sophomore.
Janera James. I'm an early education major, and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Jaden Benjamin. I'm a business admin major, and I'm a sophomore.
So I'm going to ask you guys a few questions and let me know your answers. The first question is, define what it means to be feminine in society.
Well, I think society's views femininity as like soft and I guess not being in charge. You can't come off as too strong, or I guess will look a certain way. Yeah.
I think it's like she said, soft. Like you don't take charge of things. Like you always let the man do it. You're always just laid back. You do what like other people say. Like you don't put your opinion out there.
Yeah, I agree with y'all. I feel like a lot of people think feminine means dependent on others, things like that.
Yeah, I think that too.
Also, like not having your own voice, which is the same thing. But yeah.
What does it mean to be feminine to you?
Having my own voice and like standing strong with what I believe. That's like feminine to me.
And also just like being able to take grab of like my future and like claim it for myself.
I guess being comfortable in like your own skin, not necessarily falling under what society sees, but whatever makes you feel comfortable and I guess powerful.
Yeah, I think like you do what you want to do. You stay strong in your beliefs. You don't let anybody tell you something else, and you just take it for what it is. Like you can fight back.
I think it's kind of like knowing what you want. And I feel like a big word we missed out on when defining femininity in society is like that submissive part of it. What do you guys think about that?
I agree.
Yeah, I agree too. Yeah.
Can y'all really like go into
Elaborate?
detail?
Yeah. Like, so sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so like submissiveness. I like you're just quiet. You just I don't know. Like when I think of submissive, I think of a dog. Like, cause the owner and then the pet. Like the dog is submissive to the owner. It follows what the owner says. If it does something out of line, it gets like not punished, but like backlash for it and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess getting walked on or talked down to or just looked as if your opinion doesn't matter.
So you
same
think,
thing. Same I like that's
What are you
what I
gonna
feel
say,
like.
Jaden, before I start talking?
So I was gonna say similar to you, just like you just like have to listen to someone else. Like you can't have your own voice, can't have your own opinion, you can't do what you want. And like the dog analogy, that like I agree with that a lot.
Thank you. I did that.
but it's like being submissive such a bad thing. Like, is it always that owner and dog like type of thing?
I don't think so. I think in specific situations, it's better to be passive and submissive rather than to jump at someone and come off, switch a situation. And then there's some situations where you should not be submissive and you should be able to put your foot down and say what you need to say. So it really just depends on what situation you're in and like what the context is.
Yeah, I also think like you deciding when you're submissive and when you're not. Big factors there.
Having choices.
Tying into that, to society, how do you think Black women are viewed in comparison to other women in different races?
Independent, but in a bad way. Like it's not a good thing for us to be independent. Like they don't like that. Like it's like, oh, you're so independent, this and that. Like we want to be independent, and just like every other woman does. But when we are independent, it's like worse.
But like also like just like loud and just like disrespectful and like only caring about like their opinion whenever it's just like we're just trying to live our lives. We're just trying to do what everybody else is doing.
I feel like the independent thing ties in with, for like the Black women community, the loud Black girl. Like she's independent because like she's rude or whatever, but like in reality you just stand up for what you believe in. You don't need anybody to like back you up or anything. You back yourself up.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like it's pretty much what you all said is how I think too. I feel like if you come off as independent or try to make yourself seem independent, that it just gets taken out of context into a different way, and it just looks like you're just being ghetto, loud, or just like, a stereotype that, stereotypical, whatever.
No, like being perceived that way, do you guys ever think to yourself, or in like public situations, do you like take a step back? I don't want to seem like this because people already have those preconceived thoughts that I am that way.
No.
I feel like
No.
I definitely do. I
I
think
do,
like
yeah.
like even like last year, my first year of college, I was like, I'm not gonna be too loud. I'm not gonna be too out there. Like if people come to me, like okay, if like opportunities come, then obviously I'll like take them. But like I was like, I'm not gonna be too crazy.
Yeah.
But I feel like this year is like different. Like I'm just being me, and I think I had that year to like settle in and like find myself. So.
As you should.
Yes. So happy for you. I say no because like coming to this school, knowing it was a PWI, I wanted to stand in who I was, and I'm not a quiet, laid back, just like chill, go with the flow kind of person. If I don't agree with someone, I'm gonna let that be known. And so I feel like I did a lot of growth as well. Like when I was younger, I would like, okay, like let me tone it down a little bit. But now I still get presented with the same opportunities being my natural self. So it's like, why not? Like, why not just be true to who I am, and opportunities still represent it. So hey, why not?
I'm not gonna lie, it kind of goes both ways for me, because I feel like constant pressure to present myself in a certain way. Like I have to look like this, and my hair has to be done. I have to present myself this way because they already have this preconceived thought about Black women. So I have to like represent, I guess, at this PWI.
I say no because I just always acted the way I wanted to, and nobody's ever like told me anything. So like I never had any like thoughts in the back of my head like, oh, I should be acting this way or that way. Like I just act how I act, and like you either like it or you don't like it.
I feel like very similar to you. I feel like it depends. There's that pressure of like feeling the need to act and like look a specific way when you're around specifically where you are. And then like when I'm around certain people, it's just like, oh, I'm on my laid back self. So it does depend on the situation.
Yeah. Even like on the basketball team, like they're all cool, but it's just like you just seem like extra Black when you're around some like white people.
You gotta like
Yeah.
act yeah.
And kind of tying into what we already discussed, where do you think femininity ties into that? Like we said that femininity was that being dependent on somebody, not being strong in what you are. But then we say that Black women are perceived as being too strong, being too independent. Where do you think all that connects?
That's a hard question. Can you like rephrase it?
Like how we said that to be feminine in society is to be submissive and calm and soft, but Black women are perceived as the opposite of that. So where do you think?
I feel like obviously we can take it back to where like all the bad stuff started, like with slavery or just like with simple stuff like that. I feel like a Black woman wasn't really looked at as a human being, so they would give those stereotypes to a Black woman in comparison to a white woman. And I feel like that's where that ties into like a Black woman's like this and then a white woman's like this. That side.
It's like it's just a perception. Everybody, you just grew up with it, so it's just what you automatically think. But that needs to be changed. But it's hard to change how people like see things. It's just how it is. But we don't have to fit into those stereotypes. We can just act how we act, strong people. I don't know what to say. Wait, what's the question again?
Like, where's like the issue in that? Like, can we talk about the issue in both perceptions and how they are complete opposites?
I feel like femininity wasn't built for Black women.
Exactly.
I feel like, so trying to even like guide ourselves into that way when it wasn't built for us in the first place. So like, I don't know where we can go. I feel like that also comes from how we grew up too. In a household, I really don't remember talking about being feminine in my household as a Black woman. We really didn't talk about stuff like that at all. So I feel like coming to college and trying to talk about that now is like growth as an adult.
Yeah.
So it's like we have to start from like where we are now as like adults and like try to change that. But it wasn't built for us in the first place. So
I completely agree with that. Because I feel like if you look at,
oh no, I'm done.
like if you look at a black mother, like I feel like she has to play a lot of the times both roles as a father and a mom. So it's like, how can that black mom be feminine when she has to be the provider, the everything, the cooker, the cleaner, you know? And it's like, how is you as a daughter are supposed to look at that and be like, oh, am I supposed to be this? Like, how am I supposed to take a step back to, I'm not saying they have to. I actually do believe that, I don't know, I'm not gonna go into that. Go ahead, Jen.
Why not?
But I just don't think that a lot of black women know how to be feminine because of that. And I feel like there's not a problem in being submissive and being in those roles, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like that's totally fine, especially the word submissive. We already have this thing that it's a
Negative
bad thing
connotation,
anyway,
yeah.
because growing up, we were taught not to be submissive, that we don't need anyone else but ourselves.
Exactly.
So I probably do like that a little bit because I'm not submissive. I don't think I want to be like that, but I don't really know what it means to be submissive like
Yes.
that. So if you don't know it, how am I supposed to change it? I don't even know how to start. So that's like important.
I don't know. I feel like there's just like a box that like people are trying to put us in, and it's like obviously if you're outside of it, you're making a wrong move. If you're too far in, you're still wrong. Like there's no way for us to be right in a sense. And I just feel like we should be allowed to just be who we are. I think we should be able to like explore for ourselves what that is in our lives. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And just like be able to just live and not be judged constantly or not be like overlooked in a sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I feel like submissiveness, you have to, not everybody's submissiveness is going to be the same. You have to know where you want to draw the line in being, like, I don't want to say soft, but I don't know, like, how else to phrase it.
Like going with the flow and not being a pushover.
Yeah, like sometimes, sometimes you need to be submissive. Just go however things are going. But know when to stand your ground also.
Yeah.
Come out that submissiveness.
I just think it just plays into like, I feel like when you go out into the real world, of course, be that boss woman, be independent, be this and that. But if you're in your house, like, with like your guy, like,
Yeah.
Can you give like an example of like being submissive in the household with your like significant other?
okay, so say you're at a family function, right?
Okay.
And you know how the dudes be arguing, uncles and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, me as a wife, I'm not gonna jump in. Oh yeah, da 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 da. No, I'm gonna sit back and sit behind my man. Does that make sense?
No, I don't.
I see what she's.
I kind of see where you're
Yeah.
coming from
Yeah.
in a sense.
I can see where you're coming from, but me personally, I don't believe like, oh, it's like, if I have like something to say, like an opinion, I'm gonna say it, not coming off, not trying to come off as like not like aggressive or anything like that. But like, yeah, if I'm with my man or whatever, and we're at a function, and I'm not gonna be the type of like wife to just sit back behind and just be like, you know, in the background. I feel like I want to be in there and like be in it. But maybe that's because I grew up like I grew up with white people. Like I didn't have a dad for a while, and then like I was, I guess, taught to be submissive, more submissive. Like I had my hair straight like for most of my life, and like just taught specifically, always sit like this, always be like this, like be submissive, be a lady. But like now I feel like I'm older, like that's not me. Like I want to be like, you know, in the talk, be there, like be in things, like be in charge. Well, not necessarily in charge, but like side by side, not behind or beside, just like equal ground.
I get it, but my thing with that is like, if it's like all dudes like talking and stuff, I just feel like it's just not my place to be in that. Like, you know, like even like I just feel like if I'm talking with all my friends that are girls and my dude is behind me, oh yeah, I thought that too. Like that's just gonna throw me off, you know?
So is that being submissive or just like not? I don't want to say knowing your place, but just like I'm not relating to that, so I'm not even gonna try.
Yeah, I feel like it's along with like the conversation. Like if it's not a conversation that you think you would have a lot to say, like don't just jump in. Like sometimes like just listen.
Yeah.
I really want to know what like submission
Yeah,
is
that's
from a
like-
male point of view,
Yeah.
I think
as a for a significant other.
Sway, let us know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
so
what is
what do you
submission to like a male point of view towards his significant other?
Submissive. It's funny because as I looked at y'all arguing, I realized submissive is subjective. Everybody's submissive is different. Like
Right.
what Bree did, because Bree could very much be viewed as submissive, because what if she does that all the time? Like, let's say her man is in a conversation with a lot of mixed genders, but she still doesn't jump in, even though there's ladies talking in there. If she does it, then is that submissive? But if she does, would she still be submissive because she did it when it was all male? You said everybody's view is different.
Yeah.
I think in my opinion, if it's mixed genders and she doesn't talk, still that's submissive. More so because it's like, oh, I'm just behind my man. Whatever he say, I'm behind it. And then we can talk in private about it later.
That's
but,
what
like,
Okay.
I see.
I think that's what
I
submissive
see.
is.
And even then, you gotta think like in the relationship. I just feel like what he says goes.
Okay.
Basically.
Okay.
No, that's not always true though.
Like,
No. I think
Like, is that
in
just
public.
your explanation, or is that
In
like
public.
your
In public.
what you believe?
That's my explanation,
not
but
what it
I
goes.
believe in public what he says goes. Because I'm not gonna. And same thing, I think it goes both ways. Whereas, like, if I'm,
Like
you're not gonna correct me,
contradicting each
yeah.
other in front of other
Okay.
people.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
I
that
feel like that's
I was-
respecting the
I
relationship.
say that.
I feel like you can correct each other, but don't be rude about
Yeah,
it.
I-
Like,
yeah.
You, we already know what type of time you.
No, but like I know, like
I'll never sit there and if I think he's wrong, it's like, yeah, he's right.
Like,
I'm
I'll
never
point
gonna
you
say,
out.
I feel like
Hey,
I feel like I wouldn't agree, but I definitely wouldn't want to like call him out.
I wouldn't want to
I
embarrass
wouldn't-
publicly,
yeah,
yeah,
embarrass
but
him.
I'll put
But-
But you
If
see
he's
how all of
wrong-
y'all
if he's
arguing
wrong
about
and
that?
then-
That's why it's
But
subjective.
if he's wrong in the
Yeah.
moment,
'Cause, like, I think-
saying something
But I don't
I
out
guess
of
like
pocket,
too late,
but like
and
saying
saying
something
like
like
it's too late to say it.
I don't
yeah,
want
like
qualification.
I don't want to go home and be like, oh, I
Let me-
felt like this 5 hours ago, and like I didn't
Yeah.
say anything.
Let me ask you this: he sit there and tell you, okay, you have on an outfit, you finna go out your friend. He tell you, you can't wear that.
I'm putting it on. I'm leaving.
Right, exactly.
No one's gonna tell me what I can. If I'm
Exactly.
a grown woman, and
Okay, say
he's
you're
with
married.
me, and
Married.
if I'm a grown woman,
I think-
and he's with me,
It don't
and he knows
matter.
how I
It
look,
still don't
he
matter.
told me I can't wear what I want to wear as a grown woman with my own money.
Yeah.
That's a
But
problem.
you can be
because he's
a-
insecure.
Yeah, but when you're a grown woman and you're married, y'all are one. So that means you represent him and he represents you. So if he doesn't feel comfortable with what you're wearing out in public, then I
I
just
can
feel
see
like
if it's like
So,
something
would you
out
think-
of
I
the
wouldn't
way.
wear- I
wouldn't wear no
Like,
outfit.
Do you think it goes
yes.
both ways then, in that sense?
I mean, what dude gonna wear? What you gonna
That's
tell
what
him?
I'm
Not to
saying.
wear
Yeah,
your
possibly
sweatpants?
wear.
Like, really,
He
they
said
can't
he
really
can't
wear
wear.
anything.
So why does he have that
Good charge.
to tell me what I can
I don't
and can't
know.
wear?
I feel like it depends on where you're going. If
I'm
like,
going on, like,
like
girls
say
are
you're
not wearing
going
sweatshirts.
somewhere you're supposed to look good and you're wearing like something not good, then that makes sense. But like I think I agree with you. It's like it's my clothing, my money, my body. I can wear what I want. But I think
But is it your
If-
money, your clothing?
That's
your
my body.
you're
That's my
married?
body. Yeah.
well, I feel like
okay,
because
my body.
whenever you're married, are you gonna have separate accounts? Or you're gonna have one.
I'm gonna have one and separate.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So then, if you're using the joint account, it's both your money.
No, not even. Let's go back to the my body part. When you're married, like I just think that decisions like that have to do with you have to go through him too, because you're
I agree
one.
with that.
Like,
But I think it depends. Like, if you, not to be rude, but if you look like a hoe, that okay, I will
yes.
change.
Yeah,
I
like
will
if you
change.
like there's a way you could
that's
disrespect.
subjective though. How can you?
But
he
if
can
you
come
feel
out that
good in
way.
what you're wearing,
Yes.
and you put it on, you're like, I look good, like I love the way I look, and
Yes.
he's like, you can't wear that, then like,
You look like this.
what, like, you know what I mean?
I guess maybe if he means it in a sense of like he doesn't want other people seeing you like that.
But if you're,
I
Uh,
guess.
if you know what we are in a
sometimes-
relationship, then like, you need
Yeah,
to
that's true.
It
Like,
shouldn't
What?
matter.
matter. You
because
should
if you're
trust
together-
me. You should trust me to the point
I
where you
don't
know I
even think
wouldn't
it's
need
trust.
you.
I think
I
it's
think it's
like
trust.
just attention.
Yeah,
You're
like-
always gonna get attention. If you're a bad
If you're
Bad girl,
together,
bad
you
girl,
look good,
regardless,
what you're wearing
you can
isn't
get
good.
looks,
Right.
stares
Exactly.
all the time, no matter if you have on
Okay.
sweatshirts and the
I agree
Exactly.
with
sweatpants.
that. I think it's a little bit of both.
It's yeah,
I
I
think
think
There's
like,
always
it's
that
definitely
line.
both. Yeah.
There's always that limit. There's always that like what you're wearing is obviously unacceptable. And there's always that line of like respect, and then like what you look good, and then there's always like overstepping boundaries.
Mhm.
Always will be that line. But if it's like a blatant like regular outfit, or like say you're just going out with your girls and you look good and like you have your stuff
Oh,
all
okay.
done up, and it's just like no, you can't wear that, then that's a problem. But if
Okay,
you're
got it.
going out and like, you know,
Yeah.
then that's a problem.
It could be a problem, but are you gonna change?
No. Oh, if it's bad, like if what I just said, then obviously I don't think I'd even put it on or even purchase it.
Yeah.
I would never purchase anything that would be out of this world to make him think that I need change. And I would never be with someone who would tell me I need to change if I feel like I look good in something that I don't think is inappropriate.
Okay, you going out with your single friends and he says you can't go.
Oh no,
I'm
going. What do you mean?
That is
I know I'm married. They're single, but those my girls. We gonna have to go. We going.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm just asking.
No,
So
No.
I mean,
That's a good question
that
though. 'Cause
clothing, it's just like,
Would you change Brie?
yes, it.
Brie
It's
and
not
Brie.
It's okay.
You thought you looked good.
Yeah,
Like
you
you
would.
would.
Like,
Like you
we
were about to
talk
have
about
a good night.
skills
You
and
look so
everything.
good.
I'm
You would
changing.
change.
If he doesn't like it, I'm changing. Because at the end of
Wow.
the day, I represent him.
No,
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that is okay.
Oh, yeah,
You have your
sure,
own,
that's
but
on
for
you.
me personally,
yeah,
that's
Let me
no
let
for
me ask you this. Let me
I
ask
do
you
not
this, Mary.
agree.
If we went to the Ebony Ball
Okay.
and your dress was just like off the chain, but it was like a little like, and Candace was like, you gotta go, you gotta change. Are you changing?
I'm grown. I'm leaving. I'm not coming back.
Okay. Okay, that's valid. That's valid.
But even Candace is different than your perspective of like your
Your
significant other.
yeah.
I get that, but I just think that if your man is a man, then he's not gonna guide you wrong. At the end of the day, if my man is a man, I'm going to follow him no matter what, and I trust him with everything.
Okay, I agree with that.
I believe we could go together.
You can be you in the back like, hey, babe, you need to go this way, you need to go that way, but he's leading the way.
I want to lead together.
That's you.
I want to be able to
I agree with both. I
I
agree
see
with both
you.
perspectives.
I do see
You
you.
think?
That
Let me
makes
ask you
sense.
this: you think LeBron is over there making his $1 billion deals, asking Savannah, "Should I do this? Should I do this?" No, he's doing it because he's him.
Okay,
Together. I'm just saying their
but the
finances are
thing is-
together though. That's what I'm trying to say.
But like they're also together, so they make decisions together.
Not
Do you
every
think-
decision needs to be made
Go
as
ahead.
a.
Go ahead. I feel like
Do you think that Savannah want to post this scandalous picture and she like
That's
da da da,
different.
is this okay? And LeBron like no, that's da da da. How is it different? She's still
if she
representing
actually
him.
looks scandalous and like okay, but I'm
But
like if you don't
if
and
you
you
like
just
the
being
picture-
over dramatic,
like insecure.
yes.
If you like the picture, you like the picture. I
I
don't
think-
think it's an insecurity
I
thing.
think the interesting thing Bree said is if you're married to a man, he has your best interest in mind. So like, let's say, yeah, maybe you don't want to do it, but maybe it needs to be done. Because if you're married to a man, that's your best interest. Like that means you trust him with your life.
Okay, I would agree that.
So
In a
like
sense
he
of,
if
like,
he wouldn't be it wouldn't be no
That's
petty
different.
thing. It wouldn't be over. Maybe it would be important because that's who you chose. That's your significant other. You know that's who you want. So why would he steer you wrong?
Okay.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
I do see what he's saying.
I do.
Janelle, are you done? It's okay. If you want to drive your own boat and y'all just drive y'all two different boats together, y'all can.
No, it's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay.
No,
No,
don't say it's okay.
No, I'm understanding what y'all saying. I'm understanding
But
what
I
y'all
want you to
saying.
stand on what you think.
Oh, I do.
Stand on it some more.
Okay, what do you think?
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing.
No, that ain't
Yeah,
nothing.
You know, y'all
I thought
think
the question
in
was
your mind.
over. I forgot what I was gonna say anyway.
It's okay. We know you drive
We'll come
your
back.
own boat.
Yeah.
And drive her own boat.
No, I just want I just don't want to stand behind. That's not me. I'll never stand behind anybody. I'll stand next to someone and we'll hold hands and we'll go together. We'll both go head first into it.
But who's leading the way step by step though?
Both of them.
Communication, you do it together.
I don't
If
just want him to
if
lead the
one person is if everybody's leading the way, like what if why don't he step right, you step left?
There's
Well,
certain
you're
instances
allowed
where
to
we both
disagree
lead
and,
the
like,
way.
But you see what I'm saying though? Like you can be side by side, but somebody gotta be going
Yeah, somebody got to wear the pants.
And it could be different.
Oh, we're
it
talking about
could be
wearing
me.
pants.
It could be
Now
me.
we're
It could
talking
be
about wearing the
them.
pants.
We're talking about wearing the pants.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If they wear the pants, they can tell you when to change your pants because they wear the pants.
All right now, bro. All right.
I'm just being for real.
That's not me though.
What do wear the pants mean? What do wear the pants mean?
I don't think that's also. I just like. That's like gender roles. I feel like wearing the pants. It's one of those things where it's like a man's supposed to be like this. A man can't do this. A man can't do this. A woman has to do this. I feel like wearing the pants is that. It's just like a. I feel like you should just be together. Like you should just be on the same level. You should. It should be like that. I don't think anyone should be in charge or anyone should lead the way. In my opinion, I feel like again it should all be together. Because when you get married, you make an agreement. It's not you're standing behind one person and this person is leading the way and is taking all the crap coming at them and they're leading the way. It should be both of you taking it together. And that's just me.
That was good.
Fire.
I agree with Annie saying though.
Yeah, me too.
We be together.
I'm not gonna cap. I'm not taking the L first. You lead the way. I'll.
Oh
Different motives.
We said I'm not taking
That's
L
not
first.
different
Oh my
motives.
God.
That's crazy. You let your man take that? Will you help him?
Why can't we take it
Yes,
together?
but like I'm just saying, like say it's a burglar or something. I'm not. Oh, we in this together. Like no, you're
Bruh.
going to see. Like
I mean,
like be
No,
cool.
no, because
Come on
what
now.
if he get killed? You stuck in the room.
yeah, you can't just
He
say
dead.
That
He
was the
dead.
plan. That was the plan.
I gotta have something behind
As much as that sounds wrong,
We
I
both
can't
gonna
even
be
just,
dead?
I can't. I'm not even saying you're wrong on that because that's the actual truth.
It's not.
Really?
What you? It's fight or flight. No, he's dead.
Okay.
I need to fight.
Okay. This I'm gonna ask y'all this, and then we can like summarize and wrap it up, bro.
Alright.
So your man is outside walking, and he call you. Can you walk me to my car? You going to walk him to his car?
Yeah, I'll be.
Ain't no way. I'm not.
Wait, okay,
There's
what do you mean
no
walking to
way.
his car? Like, where do you at? For him to be
Like, what do you
walking.
mean? Like, walk him to his car?
Yeah.
Like, walk him out the house?
Like
Yeah,
walk him to his
exactly.
car.
Hey, I mean, heck yeah. It's just walk him to the
What?
car.
But what are you gonna do if something pop up?
Nigga, run it out.
There's two.
If I'm walking him to his car, it's just like to walk him to, not to keep him safe. I don't want
That's the thing.
That's what's safe when she walking him to his car, but the woman can't necessarily keep the man safe when she walking him to his car.
That's what I'm
But I
saying.
can
He's a
fight like
protector. He's a protector.
I mean,
He's
I
just
walk him to
like.
the car to just walk it. Like, if he's actually
Oh,
walking
you-
to the car to keep him safe,
So like, you
that's
just walk up to the
OD.
car and something happened to him?
Yeah.
You thought y'all was just going
Girl,
on.
Oh, well, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my best. Like,
You know what's kind of funny about this whole conversation? It was steered towards like femininity and all that kind of stuff. It's just funny to me how when we talked about it, we had to bring up the men, but when they had their episode, like yeah, and it's just like goes into like how, like why is it like that? Why, you know?
It's never gonna change.
Apparently, that's how it is. I mean, a woman needs a man.
And a man needs a woman. We're the creator of all.
Come on
That's
now.
right.
We need each other.
We do. So why can't we be equal?
We are. We are.
Together.
Equal. We are.
Yeah.
Equal.
Don't even turn around, Sway.
Right.
In society, we are not equal.
I mean, yeah, we're not, but like on paper, we are. I mean, like, I'm saying, like, we are equal. Like, we should be, like, we're equal. Like, nobody's better than the other. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Thing
said
is
that.
that-
Yeah.
Okay, I think that God created Adam and Eve.
Mm-hmm.
He created women out of men.
Yeah.
And so I do think that his intention was obviously reproduction. So men do need women for reproduction. I just think that women. Okay, I think
Women
that
are from men. Like, they like,
Yeah.
it would, no woman would be made if it wasn't for that rib from
That
Adam.
is true. That is true.
So yeah, I think that we need
And
each
the
other.
rib is by the heart.
I
We
think
need each other. We need
I
each other.
I think that looking at it in a way, we need each other rather than they need this and they need that.
Yeah,
Like I obviously believe that like the man is supposed to be the head of the house. I believe that, but I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna be submissive to him. I'm saying like yes, we can make decisions together, but like I'm not gonna let him walk all over me.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
there's a difference between that and that. If you're married to a good
But
man,
I
he's
think
not gonna walk all
I
over
feel like a
you.
lot of men view
A
they
good man's not
take
gonna walk all
they
over you.
take Adam and Eve as like the man, his word is final in everything. And I think sometimes a man's word doesn't need to be final, but sometimes it needs to be both of you.
A lot of men are submissive. Like, look at y'all coaches. I don't know if y'all want to, like, think about it that way, but like, you're to your coach. Your coach tell you to go run down there, go do a backflip. Like, you're going to do it because you're submissive to him and you listen to him. That's just what it is.
or her.
I'm talking about their coach specifically. Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. But yeah,
Oh,
this is a good talk.
That
We
was a
need
good
to
talk. We need to
combine
do
this
this more.
like into like a boy and girl episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I hope y'all come in next week to the Black Undergrad Perspective Podcast.
I tried not to cough. Okay.